What legendary YouTube channel doesn't make videos anymore? Every frame a painting, gold for film students or aficionados. Sean Enner's Dude was one of the funniest channels around for years. Then he got married and started flipping real estate and had a family. I feel like Ahoy almost falls into this category. But then 10 months later he comes out with another banger and then vanishes again. Is it a good idea to microwave this? The Crack channel was so good and then everyone left. I think they're still putting out content, but it was unwatchable the last time I tried. Technoblade died of cancer last year. Videos are still uploaded to the channel occasionally, but they are made by his seems like a great guy. Nigahiga. What's a piece of obsolete technology you still use today because it's better than the modern version? Opening a damn web browser and go into a store's website instead of using an app. If the option is there. I still use Adobe CS6 because paying monthly for software is some bullshit. Old tools. My garage sale planes are as good as anything made today. My panel saw is perfect. Now, there's a bunch of survivorship bias and sharpening going on here, but I love them. The old unsafe gas cans that don't leak gas all over the place. Books. I take books out the library, read them, return them. Seeing what books are available on my want-to-read list is a fun game in itself. What's the strangest thing you've heard someone say in their sleep? I like to call her Vanilla Vanny in my head place. She's so boring. My brother, who is now engaged to a girl named Vanessa. We gotta go to the bean party beyond party. It's only 6%. We gotta go pee in the port. 6 days remember, ha ha ah yeah. All said in one night by my GF at the time. The last one scared the crap out of me. She burst out laughing so loud at like 4 a.m. In my dorm, freshman year, my roommate's BF said fuck me harder, daddy. Never told a goddamn soul. My wife tried to sell me an insurance policy in her sleep. The cheese is in my pocket. He in fact did not have cheese in his pocket. Ex-spoiled kids. What was your reality checks? Father died and gave his inheritance to his 25-year GF. When I mistreated someone I cared about and they actually followed through with cutting me out of their life. My mom got seriously ill in cancer and ended up in the ICU for 5 months. I had to get my shit together real quick now that she couldn't fix my messes anymore. Joining the workforce. Very first day of my first job, I was like, oh shit. This is what everyone was complaining about. What are some clear signs that someone is failing at life? How far they have to look back to brag? If a 40-year-old talks about his high school life, that's a pretty good indicator. Haters are a real thing, but no one complaining about the haters on Facebook has a life that anyone is jealous about. It's all relative. You can view someone as successful, but they are a failure in their own eyes. And one person can look to be a failure but are proud of what they've done and are happy. When your adult children hate you, always complaining and never taking responsibility. They characterize everything as happening to them and don't take any initiative to change their situation. Continuously having kids that they do not want with a partner they despise. What big celebrity story or occurrence do you suspect was secretly a publicity stunt? The whole Kardashian sex tape. Most successful grift in the modern era. Michael Jackson marrying Lisa Marie Presley. Pretty much every Tom Cruise marriage. Anything Snoop Dogg has done since the year 2000 lol. Hilaria Baldwin's accent. Troy McClure and Selma Bouvier. Kim Kardashian dating Pete Davidson was a publicity stunt that only Kim knew about. Tom Holland spoiling stuff. I get it, kid's adorable, prone to being a cute dork. But there's no way his spoilers weren't planned lol. People may say Weird Al and Madonna, but those people don't understand what love is. What disappeared from the world and no one noticed? Movie trailers with that voiceover guy. In a world where Ronald McDonald, at some point he was just gone. All-day McDonald's breakfast. Toys in cereal boxes. Late-night food options. A lot of places started closing early during COVID and never went back. 24/7 grocery stores. L33T's peak dot. I can't even nail down the decade it disappeared. Waterbeds. Purchasing software now. It is more frequently a subscription model. Lightning bugs. I live in the South USA, and as a kid they were everywhere. Now when I'm outside during the summer, I don't see them at all. Privacy. 3D television. What is something that is wildly controversial that you think shouldn't be? Changing your mind about a topic. Friendly reminder to sort by controversial. Having nuance on an opinion instead of being fucking insane about one extreme end or the other on a given issue. You don't need an opinion on everything or need everyone to agree with your view. Too many PPL are obsessed with knowing someone's opinion on things, so they know where to put PPL in their chat of right versus incorrect opinions and label them as bad. Cooking food that isn't your culture. What is the saddest song you've ever heard? The Night My Mama Died. My dad sang Elvis Can't Help Falling in Love to her in the back seat of the car on the way to the she died of fully metastatized pancreatic cancer 18 days after diagnosis. Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me. Willie Nelson's rendition of Just Breathe. Nutshell, Alice in Chains. When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2. Strange Fruit. The Night We Met Lord Huron. Concrete Angel by Martina McBride. It's totally heartbreaking. Also, the music video always brings a tear or two to my eyes. What secret was revealed when cleaning out the home of a deceased family member? A diary with only a few entries from my uncle who lived alone. One of the entries was about how sad he was to have never met anyone or had children and how lonely he was. Broke my heart. Side was his adoption papers. He was adopted. Turns out his aunt, who is significantly younger, had a teen pregnancy, and to avoid controversy at the time, the newly married older sister just adopted him. That my father committed suicide and did not die of a heart attack. That he was a cop under investigation for theft and took the quick way out. What's a clear sign that you are an unattractive person? When people talk to you in order to get to know your friend. Nobody asks why you're still single. A little kid will tell you. They're blunt and honest and don't even know it. Getting asked out as a joke. I was a very unfortunate looking preteen, and teenagers are cruel. You get poor customer service no matter how friendly you are. The only compliment you get is that you're funny. Being invisible and never having anyone remotely interested in you, mainly romantically. But even for friendship is kind of hard. Of course, if you are also introverted, the effects are way higher. When you do something slightly annoying or minor, people act like you deserve to be stoned for it. What's a fact that has been actively disproven, yet people still spread it? Scientists don't know how bees fly. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. Strangers will give me free drugs on street corners and in Halloween candy. Gum stays in your intestines for 7 years if you swallow it. The misconception that humans only use 10 of their brains, which has been debunked by neuroscience. In reality, various parts of the brain have specific functions, and most of the brain is active at different times. What's a fact that sounds like a conspiracy theory? Ernest Hemingway suffered from ongoing paranoia that the FBI were surveilling him, which was thought to be a key factor in his suicide. Most chalked it up to mental illness at the time. Decades later, his file was released, proving he was under investigation for his ties to Cuba. His phones were tapped, and he was right all along. The Church of Scientology had members secretly infiltrate U.S. government agencies in order to destroy unfavorable documents and investigations into them. Tax service companies such as Intuit spend millions of dollars a year lobbying to make sure the IRS does not make it easier to file your taxes. What's the most frustratingly difficult video game level or boss fight you've faced, where it felt nearly impossible to beat? How did you finally conquer it? Share your experiences, strategies, and the satisfaction of finishing it. The tutorial level in Driver was the stuff of nightmares as a kid. The Devil in Cuphead, I woke up my roommates celebrating. Deathstroke in Arkham Origins when I was younger. Took me weeks to beat him. Came back to the game recently. Playing on normal rather than easy as I was when I was younger and beat him on the first try. I think I was just stupid.